Expect the best. Not often do people consider themselves to be the best at many things. And I do understand, though sometimes they truly are the best. But the concept of being best has been used in many areas of life. And many persons would say to you the word best is relative, depending on who is saying it and what it is being said about. So let me talk to you a little bit about expecting the best. Back in kindergarten, we learned about the comparatives and the superlatives of good, better, best. Some of you may remember the gem that said good, better, best, never let it rest till your good is better and your better best. How many of you remember that? Those words were not considered competitive words, but they were relative words. And so you did not have to compete to become the best. It was more of comparing one thing against the other rather than competing. Sometimes I do consider myself to be the best at many things. I love to help others to overcome obstacles. And based on the feedback I get most of the times and the reviews I get, I feel satisfied that the clients believe that I'm one of the best. But again, it will be dependent on who I am comparing myself against or who I am competing with. You see, we all were created to be the best. When I was in fifth grade, let me tell you something. I was in fifth grade in school. I sat the common entrance exam. We call it common entrance back then. That exam was to enter high school. And I was among a group of 13 other students from my class. We eagerly awaited the results to come out. The results took almost 3 months to be published in the newspaper. I can still remember the day we bought the newspaper and we excitedly searched the different pages for the names of the students who were successful. Line after line and page after page, we scouted the paper, looking all over, almost 2,000 names. And I remembered like a shot out of nowhere, there was my name, perched in the top right-hand corner of the second page, almost to the back, the second to last page. I jumped and I shouted and I cried. But I was sad because I was not seeing the names of any of my other 12 classmates. For days, we looked and we scouted the paper through and through and through and through until finally we agreed that I was the only one who had passed the exam. 1 out of 13. I was the only one who would be leaving for high school. Should I have considered myself the best? No, at the time I did not. Looking back, I now know that I was being successful because of the requirements of my purpose. We're talking about moments of purpose. That was a moment of purpose. The only reason why I was successful is because my purpose required me to go to high school. The highs and the lows of life that came afterwards were a testimony to that purpose for which I was created. My success in that exam had only allowed me to enter another phase of my life. Many of you listening to me may have had a similar experience or even something different, but possibly in like manner. Looking back, you could see how some things had worked out for your good. Maybe they did not at first. And you have not yet reached that place in your life where you can say, this was it, or this is it. You may have been in a situation for a long time, and you're still hoping that, things will change, and that would allow you to become your very best self. It may have been for several years, and you have been, there and seen very little change, and they're almost not noticeable. Becoming your best may be just a faraway thought to you. But I am here to tell you that your moment of purpose, if it has not yet happened, it's on the way. Hear this. It doesn't matter where you have been, but more so it matters where you are now. Look back for just one moment and see how very far you have come. Now you can actually believe for your best when you look back and see how far you have come. You can now know that it is possible. As a matter of fact, let me pause for a moment to say that your best may in the very same place that you are right now. It may just be a matter of doing some things differently or changing your attitude towards everything that appears to be negative. For others, you may be heading to your best right now, even though you may not feel that way. Let me tell you this. Many times it happens, but just remember that your moments of purpose, your times and seasons are in God's hands. He already wrote down the date and the time when the change will occur. It may not be today, or it may not even be tomorrow, but it will certainly be a day. And you will be able to say, yes, this is my moment of purpose. This is my day of being my best. So let me just encourage you before I close this episode. You can become your best self. You can be anything that you want to be. You can defy any odds, and you can accept the title of the best you. You have the will and the determination. Yes, you do have the will and the determination to do it. So go ahead and start now. Keep working, keep trusting, keep believing. Because that title of the best you is about to be conferred on you. Whether it's best wife, best mother, best father, best sister, best brother, best encourager, best teacher, best coach, whatever it is about to be conferred on you. If you only stay in faith, if you only continue to press forward. So my words for you is, press into your peace and persevere into your purpose, because you will be better for that. Your moment of purpose is on its way. So expect the best. You have the will and you have the determination inside of you to get to that moment. I say walk good, because the rest of your life is the best of your life. See you again as we talk about another moment of purpose.